They call him Angry Joe. He was given an offer he couldn't refuse. Set up, double-crossed, and left for dead.
Oh, fuck!
Now on the run, fighting for his life. They killed his brother.
No! They killed my brother!
But they soon realized,
Oh, shit!
they just fucked with the wrong Puerto Rican. Angry Joe.
Machete will surprise you. Now, some of you may already know what to expect with films like Grindhouse, but for others, some of the humor, the gore, and the gratuitous nudity
Get dressed.
It's too hot for clothes.
and the flat jokes may confuse the hell out of you. The mistakes that this film makes are made on purpose. It's a throwback to the exploitation films. So it's a bit hard to fault it for going beyond the suspension of disbelief. Plus, you have got to see Steven Seagal's hilarious Mexican accent, puto. Now, when I first started posting previews for this movie, people were outcrying that Lindsay Lohan is in this movie. You were outraged that she's in this movie. Well, you'll be pleased to know that she plays a cracked out little bitch. Look, she's not in it much, and she's essentially naked the whole time.
Ass, titties, ass and titties.
That is, if you even care about him anymore.
Big booty bitches that's wearing guests. Come on, ho, let's go to the
Ugh. And that's not even the nastiest, most outrageous thing. There's a few, but one of those contenders has to be this time when this completely naked ass chick pulls a cell phone out of her vagina and starts talking on it. Ugh! That's sick, man! Who wants to see that?
Hello. It's for you, vato.
It is outrageous for the sake of being outrageous, and I'm not sure a whole lot of audiences are gonna get that. The original Grindhouse films that Robert Rodriguez did unfortunately bombed at the box office. And I don't see this one doing much better. Especially when it has these undertones, a political message about immigrants and immigration laws being wrong. We don't like your kind around here, Mexicans. And the theater wasn't packed. I was expecting a lot more Mexicans, and there really weren't any. It was just a bunch of white dudes. I'm disappointed in you vatos, eh? What the hell happened? Represent, homies! Well, hopefully the film does well, because it was a ton of fun in theaters. And plus, I really like Danny Trejo. In addition to looking like one of the most badass motherfuckers, this guy is genuinely a good guy.
Danny's one of the shining examples of somebody who went through it all, came out the other side, and now shares his experiences to heal people.
My passion is trying to keep kids from going down the same road I did.
And he's like a motivational speaker helping, mentoring others. And this makes his on-screen persona even more epic. The price of admission is well worth it. Hell, this movie could have been sold alone on Steven Seagal's accent or the crazy-ass ending to Steven's and Danny's boss fight. Unfortunately, it is a little disappointing. You see, it wasn't exactly as good as I was hoping for. I had really high expectations. I was hoping that it would be better than The Expendables or Scott Pilgrim. but I really liked The Expendables better. I've been trying to pinpoint why it didn't exactly have the impact that I was looking for, and I think I got it. The problem is that while Machete gets its action and its mexploitation jokes right, it fails to do the same for the plot line. You see, Machete loses its edge in the second half. Yeah. You see, what I mean is that the campy story bits just aren't very well executed. It's just not as smartly done as other parody exploitation films like Black Dynamite, which I highly recommend.
Black Dynamite! The smoothest, baddest mother to ever hit the big screen. Main man, Black Dynamite. He's super cool and he know Kung Fu.
That one gets an Angry Joe badass seal of approval. You see, instead, the meat of the story in Machete is your standard popcorn flick with very loud political undertones. It's basically, do a job, we framed you for that job, now you're pissed and you're coming for us. This is exploitation. Where's the fun in that? Compare that with the plot line in a film that's having fun with itself like Black Dynamite, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There was a lot of missed opportunity there. It should have included one outrageous plot twist on another, where the stakes keep getting higher and higher and higher. You see, Machete was wrestling with its own nature, afraid to get too crazy in its plot elements, but then it does a 180, going all in for any of the fight scenes. The film should have just said, fuck it, and did that for everything. And the missed opportunities are compounded on by the teeth-grating acting by some of the actors, like Jessica Alba. Though Spoonie may have amplified her lack of talent to me and colored her performance, it's pretty clear that she's not a very good actress.
You think what you do is right? Taking your brothers and sisters in? Deporting them back to their own personal hells?
It's the law.
There are many laws.
There sure are.
It astounds me that they even give her one of the worst rally speeches I have ever heard.
We didn't cross the border! The border crossed us!
It straight rips off Robin Hood Men in Tights. Only there, it was done better. Some of the set pieces in the trailer felt like they were too short and built just for the trailer. They just weren't as epic as you would have guessed. This was an opportunity to take those scenes from the parody trailer and make them bigger. And the film never really does that. Now, with all of these gripes aside, I'm telling you that this film is fun, it's good, and it's actually better than the sum of its parts. The third act pays off. That's when it really starts to fire on all cylinders. We get Steven Seagal, we get Michelle Rodriguez looking sexy as hell, we get two nurses with Uzis, that is hot, and we get a really fun scene with Robert De Niro after that big war scene. A whole lot of fun, and that's why I am rating Machete a 7 out of 10. If you like action movies that do whatever the hell they want, that are really bloody, that have some really funny jokes, and this sort of parody kind of exploitation, then you need to see Machete. I really love Robert Rodriguez's work, and I heard that he wants to do more Machetes. But if he does, he's really gonna have to amp up the story, make it even more ridiculous. Remember what your film is doing. I can't wait to see what's in store next. I hope the movie does well, and I want to see more exploitation like this. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show movie review.
But they soon realize,
Oh shit!
they just fucked with the wrong Puerto Rican. Angry Joe.
Okay, you're dead. You're dead Mexicans. Dead Mexicans don't move.
Yell that way.
Okay, ready and no! They killed my brother. Machete don't text. And trust me, this looks all stupid right now, but when I put badass music and I put the background, mainly the badass music does, as you see.